6 months after I buried my husband, I watched him carefully comparing 2 cans of soup in a grocery aisle. My name is Margaret Vance. I am 67. For 43 years I was a wife. For 6 months I was a widow, navigating a home hollowed out by silence. That day I was not thinking of loss. I was laser-focused on my shopping list. Dish soap, coffee filters, the mundane anchors that keep you from sinking. Then I heard a grumble about inflation. A familiar, gravelly complaint uttered right behind me. I turned. My heart didn't just skip a beat. It tried to escape my chest. There he was. David. The small scar on his chin from a childhood bicycle accident. The specific way he pushed his glasses up his nose. My knees buckled. The jar of pasta sauce I was holding slipped and exploded on the tile floor like a blood-red star. People flinched. I didn't even look. I ran. David. My voice was a raw, shattered thing. He turned. Our eyes locked. And then he spoke, carving a new kind of wound. I'm so sorry, but I believe you have me confused with someone else. His voice. His face. But the words were a stranger's. It's Margaret, I pleaded, fumbling for my phone. I shoved the screen at him. Our anniversary dinner. His face smiling beside mine. Look. This is you. He glanced at the photo, and for a fleeting second, something like alarm flickered behind his eyes. Then it was gone, replaced by polite pity. That isn't me. My name is Charles Miller. He showed me his hands to placate me. And there it was, the distinctive permanent bend in his right ring finger, broken in a long-ago football game. Proof written in bone. He quickly pulled away, finished his shopping with calm efficiency, and left. I followed him. I tailed his sensible blue sedan to a tidy, unfamiliar neighborhood. He pulled into the driveway of a pale yellow house. A woman with a kind face and auburn hair opened the door, greeting him with a kiss. 2 young grandchildren barreled out, clinging to his legs. Grandpa, you're back. I sat in my car, soundless tears tracing rivers down my cheeks. 6 months of mourning. 6 months of emptiness. And here he was, whole inside a life I never knew existed. A cold, terrifying clarity crystallized. If David was alive, then who was in the grave I visited every Sunday? At dawn I called my daughter Clara. When she arrived I showed her the photos I'd taken. Her face, usually so composed, went ashen. Mom, grief does strange things. Did you see his body, Clara? I interrupted, my voice quiet. Really see it? She looked at the floor. The casket had been sealed, on the strong recommendation of the authorities due to the severity of the accident. You knew, I stated. It wasn't an accusation. It was a dreadful realization. She broke, her shoulders caving. He came to me a year before. He said he was trapped. A divorce would have gutted the family assets, the house, the investments, everything. He found a way out. The story tumbled out. A terminally ill man with no family, paid to assume David's identity for the final weeks. A staged car accident. A hospital admission under David's name. A sealed casket to hide the final crucial lie. My husband had orchestrated his own death to escape with over $2 million, leaving me to weep over a stranger's bones while Clara inherited the business to keep it in the family. The grief vanished. In its place, a steely, quiet fury ignited that I hired a discreet investigator. I secured a lawyer with a spine of iron. We compiled evidence with surgical precision. Financial trails, digital footprints. The architecture of the fraud. This wasn't about revenge, it was about excavation. I would unearth the truth, and the lies would crumble under their own weight. I went to the yellow house one last time. The woman, Helen, answered. Charles is in the garden, she said brightly. When he saw me, the color drained from his face. Margaret. I handed him a thick envelope. It's all in there. Every transaction. Every lie. The police will have a copy tomorrow. He scanned the pages, his hands trembling. You'll ruin everyone. You already did that, I said calmly. I looked at Helen, her confusion twisting into dawning horror. His name isn't Charles. It's David Vance. He's been my husband for 43 years. The man you live with is a ghost who forgot to die. I turned and walked away, leaving the wreckage of his second life behind me. The fallout was swift and clinical. Assets were frozen. Investigations opened. The money began its slow return. Now the silence in my house is different. It's not an absence, it's a space I own. I reopen my old painting studio. The smell of turpentine and canvas feels more like home than any memory of him. I learned a brutal, liberating lesson. Loyalty is not silence. Love is not endurance. Sometimes strength is a controlled burn that clears the ground for new growth. I am no longer Margaret the widow. I am simply Margaret, and that is finally, completely enough.